Good morning. How is everyone doing? I'm just making this video for myself, really. It's about the EG trade that I took. A few people have asked about it, so if you want to watch it, I'll just record it. But it's mainly for my own sort of mindset, long-term mindset as well, because it's potentially going to be a very long-term trade. Ultimately, with this position where I'm sitting at now, sat at 1 to 30 off of a $250 risk on a 100k account. If I took full position off for this trade, I'd be sitting around $7,500, $8,000 profit in 7 hours. That's where price is now. So just to here, which is where I'd take my first partials, potentially take some more here. But ultimately, what I was trying to say to someone is that I shouldn't be scared about taking price up to even here, or even to this high, because look what we've done. This is an active distribution. Obviously, if you don't know Wyckoff or supply and demand, this might be quite difficult for you to understand, but the market, everything it does is it's just well planned, it's well thought out. Look what's happened here. So we'll just follow structure. So this is your buying climax, coming back for a test, which ultimately comes down and is broken by this UT up thrust, and then all of these sellers here have been taken out by this one last push to then send price down. So what we're looking at is the UTAD as a shakeout, but this can either be one of two things. This can either be a distribution, which will only be confirmed once price breaks the low that made the high, and currently we're in higher time frame structure, which is where I took my position, because we didn't actually quite break it. We come into about literally a few pips and we've reacted off. Ultimately, I anticipate price just breaking this, coming lower, which would confirm the distribution. But if that doesn't happen, like we've made this here, so we're bullish in this time frame, right? Because we've made this high, and this was the low that caused it, and we're sat right in there. So I shouldn't, logically speaking, I shouldn't be afraid to send price all the way up there. It's probable that could happen now, because look what's happened. We've made this accumulation in the demand area where institutions got in, and look here. Obviously, you look at this, you take all of this out of the equation. If you just look at this price action here, accumulation, broken the high, people will be buying from here, clapped, right? Even here, look, broken the high, because people would probably take buys out here, which they might have made a nice bit of profit from there, and then broken here, stacked an order, clapped. Same thing here. We didn't quite break the high here, but I can guarantee you that people would look at the order flow change, the highs coming in, probably brought from here, and brought from here, clapped. Same thing again. So got accumulation, 3 drives, push up, down. Obviously that didn't take the high, so maybe you wouldn't have bought from there, but again, another accumulation, took the high, and price comes back, clapped. Look, and this is where we are. We've got another accumulation, change of order flow, come down, and if you go down, every man and his dog will be buying from here, but actually it gets clapped, then goes. And I'll just break that down for you. This is why I wasn't looking for EG buys until we came into the structure, because you can't see the wick. You see, hold on. Yeah, so here we go. This is it broken down into the 15-minute, right? So I did try and buy from here. Tried to make a hedge, but ultimately I've been selling this down. So yeah, look, you can see orders being filled, you know, pushing price up, pushing price up. You know, we've broken this again. Look, people are going to be trying to buy off from here, and then it does eventually go down. Look, it breaks these, takes the liquidity, boom, breaks this, and then look, everyone is going to be buying from here. Everyone, you know, that's what we're taught. Yeah, we're going to be buying from there. Look what happens. Price comes into it. We might have made some nice profit. I would have been at break even after this order flow change. Accumulation. Break structure. Here. Clapped. Again, you might have got in here. I know a few of you did. Break structure. Come back. Come down. Again, every man and his dog is going to be buying from here. Look what happened. You know, higher time frame. You know, this price come down, broke everyone out by like 20 pips. And this is my entry right here. So my entry down here, 4.3 pips. 4.3 pip was the 80% of the 33-minute candle. Oh shit, sorry. So if I just show you where we are, we're in this. We're here. Structure. So I'm looking to buy out of here. High time frame, you know, this distribution, like I said, or this price action has taken 718 days to get there, so 2 years for price to come back into this, right? So I go down, 33-minute, so I'll get rid of this shit. So you're looking for the most volume as candle. I was at the 32. Yeah, it's a 32. Look. So what I did is I measured a fib, 8%, 50%. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Look, price. This red line is where price came into. 2.6 pips. And you're telling me that it's not manipulated. No, this was over a period of 2 years as distribution. Not 2 years, 2,000 days, jeez. That's what I meant. Yeah, so look. That's how easy it is. Ultimately, I'll be either looking for this break or for price to eventually come up and take that. And if this was the move, the start of that move that did it, then why should I close my position? Because this is the last point. You know, price isn't going to come back, and like price isn't going to just magically come back, go past this, then accumulate and go up and then take it. Like this is the last point for me on the higher time frame. You know, on other time frames we're bearish. You can quite clearly see it. So as soon as we take this low, we're bearish. I'm just going to continuously take continuation moves until it breaks, and then I'll come in. Then I'll like go into some sort of structure. You know, next, like I say, I had this marked out, so I was looking for price to eventually come into that to sell off. So I'll sell from here all day long, probably even from here. I'll be looking for sells because I can't lose then, because I'm in a buy from here and I'm then in a sell from here. So one's going to get hit, and doesn't matter which one it is, I'm going to be a winner. It's just like a no-brainer. Anyway lads, I've got to go to work, so and lasses as well. Ciao.